football playoff set to get underway as 12 teams begin that long battle on the road to the national championship. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Broomstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Ball handed off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Spins away from defenders. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Nice job here by this back, picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James, throwing DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
That's caught. It's Adams. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the Ducks looking to run some tempo here.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Will try to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw it on first down. The receiver makes the catch. Tackle finally made at the 37. 1st and 10 from there.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Oregon, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Man, the defense took everything away. He tried to get to the inside, had to bounce it all the way to the outside, and then they took that away. He couldn't turn the corner. He was forced out of bounds for a loss.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. To throw, it's Worthy. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Heads out of bounds is a short gain on the play.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. They stop them after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The Ducks come to the line to run the hurry up.
That's a really good run by this offense, and Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Oregon.
Offense rolling the dice on this fourth down call. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Took contact on the throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And that pass is batted away. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Lets it fly to the wideout. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. At the 30 now. Inside the 20. Breaking tackles and going. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play, the takeaway, and a huge gain on the return.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's first and goal at the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Now they come up second and goal from the 3. We'll try to run it with the option. Touchdown, Aggies! A much-needed counter-punch delivered. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Ducks. Way too much speed in that play.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers and the vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Back to throw. It's Worthy. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
And the first play of this drive is a big sack for this defense. These are exactly the kind of plays that can kill a drive before you even get to third down. You cannot allow a big sack to start a drive like this.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Finding space at the 20.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. But the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw up behind the receiver.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The Aggies will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. First play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. And here's the handoff. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Second down after that previous play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Breaks into the clear. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The pass is caught. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Moves out of the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for for a touchdown. My goodness.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Looking to throw here. This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Eludes a tackle. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
On first down, it's play action. Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it in the open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Good job dealing with the footing. The PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll run out of bounds and pick it up a few yards on the play.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Single back, takes the handoff. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws it to the right. He's got his man in the open field. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Let's line up on 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
Boy, the timing here is essential between the quarterback and the receiver. You got to find that window between the linebackers. He does it, puts the ball right on the money. And then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
Extra point try coming now. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. The junior able to bring him down quickly. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Hit as he released it. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Scanning the field. It's Worthy. He lets it rip. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Pre-snap motion from the offense. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule of the catch, a big gainer.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the 1st down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. It's a fumble. And the defense comes up with the football.
Chris, I love how this defense is playing in the rain right now. No concern at all with the vertical shots downfield. They're attacking the offense, and here they get a turnover.
This will likely be the last play of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a man deep down the middle. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Tackled after the interception, but that will be the final play of this 1st half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Worthy. And it's caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
It's a ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Fighting off the defender. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
First down, looking to throw the football. It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He can go. The 30. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. He'll hand it off. He gets loose. He shreds the tackle.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
The Ducks are in the red zone. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Catch made on the right side. Coach decides to go for it on this 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
And the Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff again. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that 1st down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the 1st down.
And the Ducks will look to convert here on 4th down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Second down and goal upcoming.
42, Spider. Fort,
Trying for the touchdown on the right side. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Can you believe it? The PAT is no good.
That keeps the score. Oregon 27, Texas A&M 14.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
Texas A&M offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The Aggies looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to pass. It's Worthy. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. No huddle now for the offense.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to throw yet again. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. He's bringing it back. Past the 50. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick in return.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And now the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
Working clock with the ground game. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Bringing pressure. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
The Ducks will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Looking to throw. It's Worthy. Their championship dream's not quite dead yet, but it's desperation time. They've got to get something going right now.
I really like the route here, the receiver. And in the quick game, it's all about timing. Quarterback this time puts the ball behind him, making it tough for the receiver to get back to make the catch.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Tries to get it to the running back. And the pass is incomplete. That's 3 in a row. His passing game out of sync. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Boy, Chris, you just know down by a couple possessions late in this game, they had to be able to deliver here on this 4th down to give themselves a shot. By not getting the first down, this one feels like it's over.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And there's the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Sticking with the running game. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Makes the grab on the move. Steps out of bounds after a solid gain, which sets up a 1st and goal for the offense.
Chris, that could maybe be the play of the game. 3rd down late in a game like this, you got a quarterback that can deliver for you. He puts it on the money, they get the 1st down, and you keep that clock moving.
1st down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Grinding away with the running game. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. But it'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot of the field.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. He keeps it on the design run. Touchdown, Oregon. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters. And that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
On the move now. And he makes the grab, a successful 2-point try, and they bump the lead up even more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive.
Texas A&M offense will take over 1st and 10.
In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Worthy. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Contact as he let the ball go. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. This one falls incomplete on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through it.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.